Well, hello, my friends. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, it's been a long story, and it's not for today's video for me to share the story. Today, we're talking about the comeback. As most of you know, or most of you will be new people because a whole new generation is coming, and 4 or 5 years is a long time to take a break from YouTube, and surely my demographics or people who are watching these videos is going to change. That means that some of the things that I'm doing is going to change too. Specifically, I've always been a creator. I've always been kind of an artist who felt like I was stuck behind I was pigeonholed. I was successful. I got sponsorships, a lot of sponsored kits, and I paid for a lot of expensive kits that I built myself, and proved my craftsmanship over the years with a lot of lessons. Every video comes with a lesson. Remember that. It'll always be like that. So here I am again. A few more gray hairs. Fun, isn't it? So here we are in the new shed. 4 years ago we had a little bit of a meltdown, as things happen, I guess, these days. And now we are in the new shop. However, we've got a new tool, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is the Smart 4040 Pro. It is an amazing machine, and most of you are going to be asking me, why did I get this machine? Well, number one, I started in February. It's October right now. I started in February with my first laser. I upgraded that laser. Learned a lot over the summer about lasers and crafts and doing things outside of the box. I started by making a kit, and soon realized that I have to build that passion back to get these videos to really shine. Here we're back. We're in a little small shop, still dreaming for a nice studio space, and we're actually getting closer to that point, closer than I've ever been before, and not without the help of we're doing it by ourselves. We're leaving no way for this to fail. I can't fire myself. Tragedy of all artists, I guess. So today we're talking about the Smart 4040 Pro, and let's get into it. So the first thing I want to get into about this machine, I was sent it by Smart, and they're a company that makes everything. They make lasers, they make these CNC machines, routers. They make different heads for this router so that you can take a uh, a normal router. We take off the shank here. See the shank right here? They make a holder for the machine that is big enough to hold this shank so that you can put a bigger router on it. And in a future video, I'll show you uh, us putting this router or another router that we got onto this machine. And it says as we learn this machine, because they sent it to me on a whim. They told me there would be a steep learning curve because there's a big change between lasers and this. And I was like, wow, maybe I'm not ready for this. But the trooper as I am, I've been looking at the software and been getting into it, and it is a little weird going from one piece of software that you learned and getting into another piece of software. So I'm going to try to look at this from a laser cutter's point of view and start with 2D designing and then get into a lot more uh, detailed 3D cuts in the future as we learn this machine. Um, but the first thing I wanted to show you was number one, we've got this toolkit. Now, I've never had a toolkit come this big or this good. Like, I took all the tools from all my lasers and stuff and put it into here because it's just it's got everything. It's got two collets for your router head. It's got 3 bits, V-carve bits for your router head. It comes with a bunch of extra parts just in case you lose something. And not only that, um, the machine is made of a construction that I was really interested in seeing because lasers have a rubber belt, and that rubber belt runs along a tracking gear, and it goes back and forth on the CNC. But that's a rubber belt, and that rubber belt's going to stretch over time. It may even break if you go past your limits and try to get those things to grind out, to get to the end when it can't get there. This machine has screw drives, plus 2 linear rails on each side, as shown in the video being shown right now. So I was really happy to see that it had like the construction, that it was a very robust and unique construction, something that you would see on a professional CNC machine. It may be slower because of this, but it's more powerful because of this. And that's something that I was really interested in finding out about. And, having as my home machine to be able to work on my projects. So, second piece of point of view that doesn't really have to do with the machine, but it has to do with getting you instructed and getting to cutting right away. And one of the worst things that we know of as North Americans and Europeans is that when we get our products, they're mostly from China. And the one thing we always have something to complain about, it's always got to be the instructions, right? Same with model railroad kits. The instructions are the hardest part, really. Genmitsu, Sign Smart, they have a graphics department that is just all over it. It's just plain and simple. They're a complete company that have every division in there that's needed for a professional product. And you can be sure that you're going to get your product on time. And their customer service is amazing. I found them very personable, and I'm very happy with the people that I've talked to there. Um, Next, so our instructions, let's get into it. Let's look at these things, because this is the important part. So if you're interested in these readings here, work area is about 15 3/4 inch by square, or 400 millimeter square, with a 78 millimeter or a 3 inch X rise. It runs on Gerbil, same as these cost-effective laser machines. Gerbil is the CNC portion of it. Microstep. It's got very powerful motors. They're NEMA 17s. Where is it? Yeah, NEMA 17s, 1.68 amps, which is a very powerful motor to turn those the screws. You know what I mean. However, look at this. The parts are just built on one page, and the tools, like, look, the bolts are awesome. They're like professional bolts. The locating pins are so precise that I actually had to tap them in with my little mini hammer. Like it was it's a dream to build. It's built to be able to be square with these locating pins. Um, and you know, it comes with a screwdriver, rare. Uh, the what else? Oh, we've got a Z probe kit, so you can do your zeroing out with perfection. The second your bit touches the top, it creates an electrical connection, and the machine goes boom, zero out. You measure your probe's height, put that in that subtraction into the software, and you are zeroed out exactly, right? First thing we're going to be doing in the future here is we'll be to make a spoil board on top of the spoil board so we don't have to ruin the spoil board. And then also we're going to put guiding lines in there so that when we place our objects, we want our objects to be placed in the same spot if we have to flip them over, you know, for that kind of thing. Um, as I said, the 30-degree V-bits, the wrenches, comes with 2 extra limit switches, just in case you have your limit switches fail, you know, like what other company does this? And this machine is sub $1,000. And not only that, it's sub $700. And with our link, you get another 10% off of that. The link's down in the description, by the way. So as you can see, you can get some upgraded the T-track hold down clamps. You can get a laser for it, a focused laser. If you do that, I suggest you get a 20 watt. However, they're 5.5 watt laser going slow. We'll be getting into that video in the future. Don't worry about it. Um, I got my router bits from them. They come in a nice kit of all their different sizes. I got the 4 sizes here. I wouldn't purchase these because you know the Vive cart bits that comes with can get me started right away. But you know, I wanted to do a couple of other things. Be able to do them if I had the chance to. Um, so instructions we get along the way, and we see what we all love, what we all compare great instructions to. Lego instructions. If you can get a kid to make a 2,000 piece Lego kit that looks like Tom Cruise, you know, the you know you can get somebody to build a CNC machine within 15 minutes. And I swear to you this can be done in 15 minutes. Now I did put blue thread lock on my bolts. I made sure my corners were square as I was building this. I didn't want to make a build video because there's a lot of build videos out there. And I think that my video for you today is to share with you why, as a model railroader or a crafter, why you should buy this machine. And so far, we've been going over the features and power of the machine, um, and how to build it. And as you can see, it's very easy. The components come mostly built, and they're bolt apart. They're bolt together. So there's no threading belts or wires through this and that. Everything's very clean, comes with zip ties. There's an optional uh, rotary. Oh no, 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 no. That's our router. You know, so as you can see throughout, it's built for stability. It can be screwed to your deck, your bench, through those handy holes, and you'll have a secure working area. Um, even that, even having said that, you can square out a working jig and make your own workbench that has its own spoil board. You know, if you want to keep your parts clean for on the road or what have you. If it's not going to be so portable, you can bolt it right to the machine. And then, you know, as we get into it, we can see how the different handles on it. You can take off the small handle for the small rotor and put on a big rotor. This is showing a Makita here. I showed you a Craftsman a couple of seconds ago. And at the end, this here gets you right into the software. In the software bundle on their USB stick, you can get everything put together and get your Gerbil control candle project going and cut your first test project right away. Everything's very simple. It's a 2D art that you give it a depth. You know, when you're doing laser cutting, you're either doing a cut laser, which is doing a line cut, or an engraving, right? And when you're doing a routing machine, you can do cuts, which will go outside of your border outline. You must have a fine enough bit to be able to do that. But you know the softwares know what the bit sizes are, and they're very precise in their mathematics, and that's science is wonderful. So as you can see, we can get through the whole thing. You put you probe your G code after you're editing your stuff. You probe your tool height and get it into the software. It tells you everything that you need to know to get in there, and that's a beautiful thing. The synopsis of this video, unfortunately, I had done this already in the shed, but my audio cut out when I changed cameras, and that was unfortunate. What we got is a machine that is going to be able to make my creative possibilities endless. And I wanted to show off a product that, you know, you could not only make kits with a laser head, but you could also do those other things like, you know, make a cupboard door, or make a picture frame, or make a sign for a company, or your daughter or son, make a custom sign for their bedroom. I want you to check out the link in the description if you're interested in this machine, because the people at Genmitsu Sign Smart are very much a very good company. Like I said, I've never seen instructions like this before on a piece of equipment. Just like most of the kits that we buy, they're usually... That was an animal in the woods. Not a dollar in the woods, an animal. It is a very robust machine that's very capable of cutting soft metals and doing things, you know, letting your ideas go, you know, go as far as they want, and as far as you want. Screwing this up. Anyways, we're going to be making videos every week now, hopefully. Or we're going to be making videos more consistently now, and I hope to be able to see you in the next video. I'm going to be posting these videos on all my social medias to try to get them all activated again, and people coming and watching and seeing where people come in and view them. So you might see this video in a few different places. Maybe just try watch all of them. Do a brother a break. Give a brother a break. I'm just starting again. And if you're interested in Patreon, that's patreon.com/Ron Perry. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.